I would like to present to you the Kali Yantra Mandala and show you how you can draw it yourself. The Kali Yantra Mandala is a part of my Turquoise Mandala series. It's going to be 9 paintings, and so far I have already made 3 of them, and I'd like to show you my paintings before we start. This is the first one. It's the Golden Moon Subconscious Mind Mandala, the starter of the series, and what it represents is the landscapes of the subconscious mind that are very beautiful but can also be full of plants growing and sometimes weeds, sometimes beautiful flowers and jewels. Sometimes it can also be a little bit scary to take a walk in here, but the more used you get to it, and the first times of course you should be guided in deep relaxation meditation, yoga, qigong, art journaling work, or shamanic drum trance, any type of work actually, or dream work with psychoanalysis, Jungian psychoanalysis, dream work. When you get introduced to this and your subconscious mind starts working with you, you'll discover all these beautiful jewels, and the golden moon and stars will guide you so you won't lose your path. Unfortunately, some people that get involved in the subconscious realm without proper guidance and that are not ready for it. For example, some people that start meditating or doing yoga or qigong on their own without any kind of guide in the beginning might get scared at some point and get lost in this landscape, and then it doesn't look this beautiful anymore. That's when you need help to find your way again. So I could probably talk much more about this painting, but we'll move on to the next one. This one is the Sublime Flower Mandala. It represents one of the stages in the great round of mandala by John Kellogg and Suzanne F. Fincher. I joined an online e-course called Mandala Magic by Julie Gibbons, and this design is similar to something that we learned in that course. It's of course my own design, and I'm doing it on canvas instead of in an art journal, but it's inspired by that and the stage where it appears. I'm not gonna make any spoilers here saying which stage it appears or which month. That is something that you could maybe look for yourself if you're interested. It represents harmony, completion, feeling good about yourself, feeling accomplished as a person, but also starting to turn inwards, starting to be alright with the fact that everything is measured out and harmonic and flowing. And I would say this is the start of a transition between the yin and the yang phase, where the yang energy, the very male, energetic, active energy, starts turning inwards towards the yin energy. And this point here, the bindu, is the concentration, the focus of this mandala, and yoginis and meditators practice meditation with mandalas, sometimes concentrating on the bindu for higher clarity and focus. There are different ways to meditate. You can focus on your breath or on an image in your mind, or also have your eyes open and focus on a mandala and let it speak to you. That's how I use my mandala art. I perform some relaxation techniques before breathing, deep breathing techniques. Then I create, usually very intuitively. Sometimes I have a little bit of an idea what I want to do. Like here I knew that I wanted to do the sublime flower, but I had no idea what colors will come up or what will happen, except the background, of course, that I made before for this series. But I didn't know, for example, that this will be gold or white, or yeah, that comes to me when I paint. And afterwards I let it rest for a while to later meditate with it, looking into the bindu, for example, or just letting the mandala speak to me. And sometimes I just let it be like that, and sometimes I would journal about it, about my thoughts and feelings while viewing my mandala. That's a way to communicate with the subconscious mind that works very well for me. I'll be moving on to my last and third mandala from the Turquoise series. This one was completely unplanned. It's the all-seeing eye. My husband thinks it reminds him of the Illuminati symbol, and yeah, probably it does. It's a very materialistic feeling to it. So these are the 3 mandalas created so far. Just continue watching to see how I create the 4th one, the Kali Yantra Mandala. So in this video I will be showing you how I am making my Kali Yantra Mandala. But what exactly is a yantra? Well, yantras are found in the Hindu tradition, where they are used as tool to enhance our life in different dimensions. Yantras are made for specific purposes, and different types of yantras reverberate in different ways. Looking at the kind of energy that is to be created, we can create that kind of yantra. The most basic yantra is a simple triangle. An upward facing triangle is one kind of a yantra, and a downward facing triangle is another. In the Kali Yantra, the triangle is downwards. You can also mix them in many different ways and make a variety of yantras. And then Kali. Kali is the Hindu goddess of time and change. She is the power of action and the breath of transformation. Her essence is divine love and reminds us that through time, breath and divine love, all things are accomplished. If we surrender to her essence, she creates the energy that makes all things possible. So the Kali Yantra then contains within it the transformative energy of change. When we internalize the Kali Yantra energy and surrender to its transformative power of change through love, we begin our inward journey toward healing and spiritual growth. According to the Tantric tradition, the Bindu, that is the central point, is the seat of the soul. As you can see, I measured out in this video the central point to be as exactly in the middle as I only could. The Bindu is also Kali, and all the expressive world emanates out from her, or out from the Bindu. In the Tantric tradition, Kali's energy is material by its nature. It is united with the absolute highest energy for the sake of creation. When I say absolute highest energy, what I mean is what some people call God, or our highest self, or the energy that in most of the Eastern traditions and religions and philosophies is the type of white light or golden light that flows through your crown chakra, or the highest point on your skull, into your body with energetic information. In this Kali Yantra, you can see that I create 5 inverted concentric triangles, 2 circles and 8 lotus petals that enclose the Bindu, or the center point. The 5 inverted concentric triangles represents the 5 sheets of the human condition, with the soul or Bindu in the middle. The 5 seats are the physical realm, the life force, the mental or emotional realm, wisdom and bliss. The inverted position of the triangle represents the female regenerative power, or the yin energy in the Taoist tradition. It is the power of the moon, of the dark, of the subconscious mind. And the 2 circles symbolize the circle of birth and death, which we must pierce through the Bindu in the center in order to reach our absolute reality, or harmonize all our aspects to make ourselves whole. The 8 lotus petals are symbols manifesting the universe. In the lotus, the first 5 petals represent materiality or nature, which is earth, water, fire, air, and ether in the yogic traditions. In the Taoist tradition, or in traditional Chinese medicine, we talk about the wood, metal, earth, fire, and water, the 5 elements of traditional Chinese medicine. And the 3 remaining petals of our 8-petal lotus symbolize the lower mind, or id, in psychodynamic psychoanalysis, the ego, that is our conscious mind, and the higher mind, or superego. Kali, as the power of action, is inherent in the element air or wind. In the human body, Kali exists as chi, or prana, the breath of life force, or our inner energy. Kali emphasizes inner action, which generates the internalizing force of the rhythm of the breath, the sound of the breath. Her affirmations are, I am that, I am spirit, I am Kali. Like the wind, she is mobile, subtle, and transformative. Kali also relates to lightning, the electrical force that storms the universe as the power of transformation. Like the electrical storm, Kali acts quickly. She grants a lightning-like illumination and transformation. She is located in the heart chakra, or in traditional Chinese medicine or Taoism, the middle dantian. Therefore, the Kali Yantra is most often painted in red and black. She is the pulsating of the physical heart and the blood that gives us life. Red is the color of the heart's lifeblood, filling us with vitality. Black is the color of the night, showing Kali's yin aspect, the moon aspect. But I chose to paint my Kali Yantra in other colors than the traditional ones. The gold in my mandala is the color of the alchemist, the color of transformation, moving us into higher consciousness. Turquoise is associated with meanings of refreshing, feminine, calming energy, wisdom, serenity, wholeness, creativity, emotional balance, good luck, spiritual grounding, friendship, love, joy, tranquility, patience, intuition, and loyalty. All of which I aim to invoke in my life by painting and working with this Kali Yantra Mandala in these specific colors that I chose. Another information about the Yantra is something that Sadhguru, that is a yogi mystic and founder of the Isha Foundation, says. And what he quotes is that a Yantra literally means a machine. A machine is a combination of very purposeful forms. For example, a computer is a product of our minds, but still, if we're asked to multiply 1,736 with 13,343, we'll reach for a calculator, a yantra. It is not that the calculation is not possible in the mind, but this purposeful form of yantra allows us to use our body in a much better way. Even though you already have the body, the most sophisticated yantra with you, it is possible to perform different types of activities better with a specific machine for those activities. And this is also how I use my work with the mandala and yantra, as I mentioned before, in meditation and purposeful action of creating. The art and materials that I've used in this painting are the Montana Gold Spray paints for the background, Molotov and Copic markers, acrylic gemstones for the Bindu center point and the 8 small stones in each yantra gate. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please follow me by subscribing on YouTube. You can also find me on Instagram. So I hope to see you soon again. Lots of peace and love.